What's up, Bruce? You seen this game before? I know I talked about it before. I don't remember if you'd seen it before. Sounds good. All right. Well, I figured out that I need to put the mic like in front of my face. For some reason that didn't occur to me before. It's super directional, I guess. I haven't played this game in a while. I figure I'll play this for a couple minutes and then I'll pop up some pictures and we can figure it out from there. Hey, Mr. Leo, what's up? You probably want to be able to hear the music a little bit, so tell me if the music's too quiet or anything. Suppose I should put that this game is Gitaroo Man somewhere on the screen, maybe.
Yo, you won. Kazi been pecking on you again.
Here's the story.
You're really like totally useless, aren't you?
Oh, shut up, Booma.
But you won. There's something you can do about it, I think. Come on, let's go. Give it a shot.
Huh?
Think like somebody's invading or something and
Okay, you won. Training time.
hey, L-Rock. Thanks for following, man.
The enemy is near.
Enjoy your emote fountain.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. First, we loosen up.
And we don't care about the tutorial. Can we skip that? Next. I actually do need the tutorial, but
I can't do this.
I'm going to share some of my AGDQ pictures and videos and stuff in a second, L-Rock, so you should have like no delay because we're in the same city. Man, so many freaking things. Oh yeah, now it's 97 followers. Good call, Apollo. I got a bunch of followers from people that I met at AGDQ. I was going to do a stream before and just make the joke it was like 80 follower special, 81 follower special or something, but now I'm pretty close to 100 and it sounds like I'm being serious. Alright, now he's been invaded. Alright, here we go. And now he starts to rock. Oh shoot. There's some pretty awesome music in this game. It gets really hard too. I'm really blowing it on this easy part of it. It has like a multiplayer thing too. So there's like life bars, so like this is like the defense. So if I don't block well, I'll lose health. I'm not really sure exactly how it works, because obviously you'll lose health if you mess up the other parts too. Like even on normal mode it's pretty doable, like there's some songs that are kind of tough. But on like hard mode, it's freaking really hard. Like it's hard to get through the first song in hard mode. Obviously, I'm not like I'm okay at these games, but compared to some people who are just ridiculous at them, they probably would be able to do it. So in case you can't figure it out, like I've got the analog stick with my for doing the movements. So you have to press in the direction that it is, and then you just tap whatever button you want and just hold it for the length that it is. So you're kind of tracing the line. Just okay, man. Where are my greats at? There we go. I'm too far ahead of it. If I listen to the music instead of staring at the screen, I can do it a lot better. Wow! I found this game from back on G4 TV way back when. It was like
You win.
Victor Lucas and Tommy Tallarico had their like review show. B, wow, rough. Replay this game. No. Sure. And so that's where I found it from. So that's been forever ago. Oh, so there's my best rating. So see, I've only beaten the first stage in Master Play ever. Well, look at the last date, Halloween 2004. You'll save to a different thing. Well, Electric Playground was the Canadian version of the show, but it was called Judgment Day in America, and it was actually two different shows. So, hey, what's up, Lanks? I'm going to show off some pictures and stuff here in maybe after this song. You're in a lot of them, of course.
Pico. What are you doing? Practicing your skateboarding moves?
You gotta be kidding.
Look at this guy.
All that skateboarding?
Kazuya.
What a douche.
But you one told me he's an awesome skateboarder with a strict training program.
We got to
right?
get the girl here,
Now
man.
you won. Remember how easily I tripped you up yesterday? You can't do anything, let alone skateboard. Face it, you'll never succeed. Not in 100 million years.
Hey, thanks for the follow, man.
Maybe not. I'm pathetic.
Aqua Blake.
Come on, let's go.
Like that. It's like infinity, impossible.
Hey, that wasn't very nice. You didn't have to be so mean to him.
All right.
Hey, what's that?
And now, inexplicably again, now we have aliens showing up in UFOs, and we have to fight UFOs. 98 followers special, man. 2 away from 100. Quick, somebody unfollow.
You won.
It's going to be the least deserved 100 follower special of all time. I've done like no streams. No, don't Aquablake. We need you here. All right, here we go. So I'll do this song, and then we'll look at some pictures and stuff. All right, this is like the charge section. So see, my health is really low. So now I'm like trying to build up my health meter. And the longer, if you hold it down the whole length, then you get all the charge from it. So later on, like, you really have to nail the charge section, since that gives you life. If you blow those, then when you're doing the extra sections, you're just gonna lose. Like, this song's awesome, even if it is a little anime-esque, but I don't think I knew what anime was when I first played this game. It's a top nep. There we go, we got full health. Alright, now we can start doing some damage. This came out before Guitar Hero, so this is the first game where you actually felt a little bit like you're playing guitar. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. This is a really fun game. The characters are kind of funny, and music's good. Story's really goofy. I mean, I probably paid $20 for it or something at the time. Totally worth it. I only have a handful of PS2 games, and this is one of them. So that makes it one of the best PS2 games you could ever own, since I own almost none. Yeah, but you feel when you're moving the analog stick around for these like bends and stuff, like you feel like you're playing the guitar. Actually doing quite well. I thought I would struggle because I haven't played this in so long. Okay, now I'm riding a UFO through the streets. That douchey skateboard kid, he's gonna be so embarrassed. But just like Guitar Hero, if you miss the last note, you feel like a total loser. Hey, Simple Flips, thanks for the follow, man. 99, unless one of you guys unfollowed me.
You win.
All right. Bruce has to go to bed, so let's talk some AGDQ here. B, I feel like I nailed that, man. B. Come on. Sure, we'll save it. Let's compare it to the other one. Well, this says my best was a C, so maybe I just did even better than that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh well. All right, yes. Oh, didn't I say yes? Oh, it's on cancel.
Excellent!
Hey, Hypnocolor. Follower number 100, congratulations.
So,
Don't win anything,
Gitaroo man.
except for that sweet
What
emote
a
found
Gitaroo.
and some Bill and Ted
A
Excellent.
legendary guitar inside Flango's body.
This is like a weird jazz song out of nowhere. Well, now I can't put 100 follower special in the title because it's too serious. It's like it actually is the 100 follower special. That emote fountain was like like 2 minutes late. Uh, all right, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, so now I just need to figure out. Let's see. Let's go to the word scene. There we go. And edit this. Oh, that's not what I want to edit. Bear with me for a second. We'll just take that off. We don't need to say what we're doing. Everybody knows what we're doing. Okay, let me open up a picture. Go on Simple Flips. Okay, I'm working on this OBS here. So I can show this to you. Let's see, I'm gonna do a window capture. That one. Pink Starburst, thanks for the follow. Where's all these follows coming from? This is amazing. Thank you guys. Here we go. Look at that. Nailed it. Right there. We can all see it and everything. I don't want to get banned on Twitch, so let me change this to I don't know, what is this, an IRL stream? It's not really, yeah, sure. It's an IRL stream. A 100 followers is so like minutes ago. But don't scare me like that, Aqua. Like that means you can't hear me. You're one of the first followers, Apollo. You were here for the world record. Okay, so let's get this going here. So this is all the junk I brought to TMR. Now you're not going to get to see most of this in this picture yet because I'm going to let TMR do the honors. But in those middle two boxes were all his carts and stuff. All right. So the first story is that I was gonna leave at 4:30 in the morning to make it to that mystery tournament on time, and then both of my kids were sick. Well, one kid was sick earlier in the week, like 2 days before. Took her to the emergency room and stuff, and then the night before I left, my other daughter just started throwing up every hour. My wife got no sleep, so it's like 4:30. I wake up, I get everything in the car, and it's just like I can't leave because my daughter's still too sick, and I might have to turn around or something, and it just would have been a big disaster if she got worse instead of better. So I had to wait until she stabilized. Um, yeah, it turned out they both had strep throat, so there you go. But um, she slept for a while. My wife let me go, and then she started throwing up again after I was too far away to do anything about it. But they did okay. And then my wife got really sick on Saturday, so it was just a disaster. But I'm glad I still was able to go, and I'm gonna have to make it up to her. So, but that's why I didn't make it to the mystery tournament in time because I had to stick around for an extra 5 hours and see. And I listened to it in the car. In fact, I was listening to it. I put it on in my car. I put the audio on, so I'm listening to the preview, run prior to the mystery tournament. I'm listening to all the pregame interview stuff, and then they go to the thing and they're like, "Are you guys ready for the mystery tour?" And it just cuts off, and my phone loses data, and so I had no idea what's happening. So I called my wife, and I'm like, "Pull up the stream, tell me what's happening." She's like, "I don't know. They're playing this bongo game. I don't know what's happening." So I was like, "All right, never mind." And then my data came back a few minutes later, and when it came back, the first game was already over. So I had no idea. I missed the entire thing of TMR's thing, but I pieced it together what happened. Um, so anyway, so I got there and like I was like super excited to find people and stuff, and like I I got out of my car and I start walking towards the door, and I walk right past John Carl's. I I didn't say anything to him because I was in a rush, but I should have made a contra joke. But then I like walked into the door, and I'm like standing right next to Blecky. So I said hi to Blecky and talked to him for a second and asked him where the hell I was supposed to go to check in because I couldn't figure it out. So I start walking down the hallway to where I'm supposed to go to check in. I get by the elevators, and Linkums is standing at the elevators. So there's Linkums. So I said hi to Linkums. Said, "What's up?" I got registered, looked around in the screen room. I started walking back towards the practice room again. I'm walking back. I run into Dwango. So I say hi to Dwango. So this is like all in like the first 5 minutes that I'm there. I've found like a bunch of people that I know already. It's pretty crazy. So this is the practice room, like right when I got there. So you can see right here, there's Toad playing. I can't remember this guy's name, but they're playing Jackal. Obviously, they're about to set the Jackal co-op world record, but it's unrecorded. But they did do it. There's Figbird. So they just have all these TVs and like a place you just pick up the consoles and play. You just have to ask them for one, and you can sit down and play. So everybody's in here just doing their thing. Jaguar King, yeah, that's it. So these things are like this guy Omnigamer made these. They showed this off in one of the interviews if you didn't see it, but he made these little boxes, these really beautiful wood boxes, and you can plug in all these different controllers, whatever controller you want, and it also has buttons on top if you don't want to use a controller. And he's got some software for it, and it can capture like how fast you can mash, and like measures and shows like over time how well you sustain it and how long you're holding the button and all this stuff. So he did all this cool stuff with it. Um, is a really neat thing to do. So like the whole point is to make you a better masher or whatever. So a lot of people were doing that and trying to battle. He had like a leaderboard, had battle mode and marathon mode and all this cool stuff. That's Gus there. He did the Ninja Gaiden runs. First guy I find, Infinite Mystery. Said, hey, and he's like, hey, finally get to meet you. Let's do a picture, like immediately, which is hilarious. And so I'm talking to him, and 8-Bit Spider Bite, what's going on, man? Just showing off some pictures here, just getting started. So yeah, he's a super nice guy, and I'm standing there, and I look over at who's sitting down there on the chair next to where he was standing, and it's Green Z Saber himself, Mr. Mighty Number Nine. You know, the guy we were so hyped for. I was like, we got to find. I wanted to find that guy, and I find him immediately. So I talked to him for a second, and he was playing like some Mega Man game and said he wanted to beat it. And then I asked him if he wanted to do a picture. He's like, no, I kind of want to focus right now. I was like, oh, okay, my bad, sorry. And so I start walking away, and I hear him say something like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. And he starts yelling at the game, and he's just like screaming. He's like, God damn it. Like yelling at the top of his lungs at the game. I'm like, holy crap, did I just make him mess up or something? So I like snuck away as fast as I could. Hey, what's up, Photon? So yeah, this is him. There's our man right there, Green Z Saber, the one of the highlights of AGDQ 2017. He was in the practice room a lot. I've got some good pictures of him here in a minute. I promised I'd find him. So here's the streaming room. I was just taking a picture just to see it. I think that might be Angry Links right here. Watching the Link to the Past. There's Yellsrake right here. You can see his hair, very noticeable. Chest Jerk's brother. Maybe my sweet badge. It actually might be looks a little like Garbanzo guy there, I'm not sure. So I came back to the practice room and I finally found TMR. And as soon as I found TMR, he was like, "Hey, you met Darbian yet?" And I was like, "He's here too." So I guess they both just showed back up in there. So he ran me over to Darbian, and we got a picture together right away. That was pretty fun. And Darbian's like, "Hey, let me give you a tour." So he showed us around the whole time. He's like competing with TMR on the scales or arcade games and stuff. I have got a video of that somewhere in here. So hey, Contra Racers right there. Toad and TMR. Got some. I've got like a few videos, but I can't decide. I'll just show them at the end, even though it'll be out of order. It doesn't matter. We'll just show them at the end. Yeah, Toad was super cool, man. He's exactly like he is on stream. Like same affect, everything about him, just like real nice guy, totally laid back. He was a really cool dude. I mean, TMR, he's completely different. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. I'm just kidding. He's exactly like he always is. TMR is exactly like who he is. So there's a they're showing me the arcade, and Darwin just like immediately like ran over to Mario Brothers and like grabbed TMR's like, come on, let's play a game. Just starts running into him and stuff. He's really competitive with TMR. He's always talking trash. There's Infested Rich. He's showing off his shower video to Darbian and talking about how many retweets he has. He became the shower guy because of that tweet. I imagine most of you saw it, but if you didn't, like yeah, just has like a 10-second video of him with his shower, and like you pull up the knob on the faucet to make it turn into shower mode, and the faucet just shoots off, and the pipe is blowing water everywhere. And so he got just thousands of retweets from it. It was kind of went viral. So he was checking that all week. It was a really funny video. I mean, just the setup for it or whatever was really funny. Perfectly timed. Yeah, that's why everybody's calling him Shower Guy. Yep, there's Angry Lanks right there. There's Linkums, TMR. So that was later in the evening. I found Linkums again and talked to him for a while. He's a super nice guy. I really like Linkums. He's pretty funny. And he did his run with the that King of Kings game or whatever. I haven't watched the whole. I they were ahead of schedule, so when I woke up and looked at the video, they were 2 minutes into his run, and his run was only 4 minutes long. So I missed half his run. I haven't caught up on it yet. Some more streaming room stuff. There's Lack Attack playing some Mario 64. I think it's probably Blecky right there. There's Gyarados and Indy doing some warm up for their DuckTales race. So this is the next morning. They're getting ready to go do their race, which is one of the absolute best races in GDQ history. It's probably one of the closest races. I don't. It probably is the closest race in GDQ. There's very few that would be closer than that. Here they are getting ready to do their race. The crowd is really riled up for it, cheering Italy and Sweden. Mostly Italy, though. There's Blucky doing some killer commentary as always. Try to take a selfie of all of us getting getting excited. There's Bad Breaks. There's Big Bird yells Rick. It's Cool Kid, the big boy. I think that's Cantaloupe right there. Hey, that dude's asleep over here. He's asleep. Toad and TMR doing some races, getting ready for the race a little bit later in the day. Some more pictures. We got Dexter, Cool Kid. They're doing their thing. Plank's working on his commentary strats. Big Bird. So there's just the World 9 guys. You can see all their consoles back here and stuff so you can borrow. I mean, all things considered, this practice room is pretty small for how many people hang out there. It's even during the day, it's kind of, I guess there's people who probably just go to the stream room and that's it, and then they hang out in their hotel room, I guess, but it's not what these guys do. So this is right before the Contra race, Lanks and Toad, and there's Mr. K. Mr. K was a really nice guy. He's old school Contra. You could just tell he loves Contra, man. You could everything. He just loves Contra. But he was ultra cool. He was just really cool, dude. He's really friendly. Slipped a selfie in there. This is like the little waiting area before you go up on stage. There's a photon. There's like a private room that you can go into that has that's like a quiet room for practice that you could probably go into. And really, everybody's pretty cool. I mean, like if you needed to practice or something and there was no setup, I'm sure people would give it up for you for, because obviously everybody in there doesn't really need to practice. They're just having a good time and playing stuff. There's plenty of other rooms that people could go to if they wanted to play games and weren't really practicing. So it didn't really get busy until like later in the night, like during the days, it was mostly empty. So here we go, getting ready for that Contra race. You can see it right down here. Look at this. It's a perfect picture setup. You know exactly what's going on right there. Up next, Contra, any percent. What a great picture. Very timely of me. So you can see like it's the setup's pretty crazy with like all this tech here, and there's just like a whole area behind there of all the staff doing stuff all the time that you can't even see back there. And Duango came back out with TaskBot, so I made sure to get a picture with him. He's exactly like he is on stream. He's a super nice guy, real talkative. Just TMR and Duango. He wanted to get a picture. That's why I brought TaskBot down. He wanted to get a picture with TMR. I made sure to tweet that for him. It's blurry. There's Mr. Cab over there, Fedora enthusiast, as I call him. Easy to pick out of a crowd. Here we go, right there. I got to play with TMR. There's someone else who was playing Contra, and TMR just was like, "Hey, could we sit here and just get a game in real fast?" And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So the controller the guy was using was like a knockoff controller. It's the worst Nintendo controller you've ever seen. It's like the the D-pad. You could press the entire D-pad in. The B button was like super springy, like it was like clicky almost. It was just an awful controller. So he gave TMR let me play on the legendary controller. So I played on the legendary controller, which is pretty cool. I probably had pizza grease all over my hands, and we played through there. It's pretty funny because I'm playing with TMR. I'm nervous. I want to like do a good job, and he he kept getting mad at me. He's like, "Hey man, slow down. You're going too fast. You can't go YOLO, man. We go slow down." It's like TMR was telling me to slow down in Contra. It didn't make any sense. It went pretty well though. I ended up I didn't game over until I think Energy Zone, maybe even Hangar. I only ended up taking 2 lives from him. But then then on the final boss, I was on my last life. Obviously, I was on the final boss, and I died. Just trying to finish him off. And then once the boss is finished off, it won't let you come back in. So I finished off the game with TMR, but I wasn't in the game anymore. So it was pretty funny. And then after he was done, he like turned to the guy who let us play, and he's like, "Hey man, you need me to cut this cord, man? You give this controller to a kid, man. You give this controller to a kid. This is a terrible controller." There's TMR and Angry Lanks working on their Contra attempts. Can't see it on this chair, but there's a camcorder here faced at the screen. So we'll see this video soon. I'm sure TMR will post it. It's for speedrun.com, where we can see their world record on this camera aimed at the TV. Andrew G, 1G. Andrew G was like really friendly. Like he was just like the nicest guy. He's like really goofy, loves to laugh. Like he was just a really cool guy, like totally down to earth. And you could tell he's been doing this stuff for so long. Like he doesn't get rattled or nervous at all. He was just like, "Oh yeah, this is all really fun." Like he didn't care at all. And if you saw his 2-player 1 controller thing with Big John, like he's just a total goof. Like he does not get the least bit frazzled or anything. So I was just standing there talking with him, and Darbian was there, and he was just like, "Hey, you want to go get some barbecue?" And I didn't. I had some like peanut butter and jelly, but I had nothing else to do. So I was like, "Go get barbecue with Andrew G and Darbian." Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go do that, right? So it's like, sure, man, I'll go with you. So we went there with these two European dudes who did the Super Mario Kart. Uh, I think they were doing a Super Mario Kart race. And Blecky was out there. I got a picture of Blecky. Love Blecky. He's a super nice guy. Just like he's like an all-star, man. Like his interviews and commentaries and stuff. But He was around a lot more than I expected him to be, so it was really cool to hang out with him a little bit. When we were out after we went to the barbecue place, we went over to that East Starland. So this is the retro gaming place that everybody goes to nearby. It's like really just around the corner. It's super close, and it's definitely got the biggest collection of games I've ever seen in one place. They've got like every game you can think of. They have bonks like in this case, this glass case right here. There's just some Nintendo games stacked up, and it's got like Metal Gear, like just these, very mediocre, cheap, run-of-the-mill Nintendo games, and like in the middle of the stack is Bonk's Adventure. It didn't make any sense. It's like $500 game just stacked up amongst these other like $10 games. But they knew how much it was, so no sneaking that out of there. It's a really weird place. Like you would never guess what this place is. Like it's in an office park. Their logo is super nondescript. It just says East Starland and it's like a star, but it looks like a business logo. There's no posters, there's no like a place for gamers, and there's no motto or anything. It's just like a regular business logo in a business park. And you open up the door and it's just like it looks like you're walking into a doctor's office. Like there's a front desk and like a waiting room, and then like there's just a little sign that says showroom this way, and then like you walk back and this is what you get. So it's like so weird. It's the weirdest gaming place I've ever seen. Like it's not in a regular shop or anything. But Andrew G picked up some controllers because his weren't doing so hot, I guess. We were all jammed in the back seat of Darbian's car. I think the name was KVD, and this is Sammy. It's from this dude's from Netherlands. This dude's from London. They're really nice. Really into Super Mario Kart. Sammy especially. He runs like a website or something for their runs. There's Darbian driving us around. It's back in the practice room. There's PJ. Syriax. He's working on some turtles. Turtles in Time, trying to get the world record. I think he tied the world record while I was watching him here. This is Mike Uyama, but you can't see him. And there's Sinister. You can see Magical Girl in the background there. There, top nep right there. Green Z Saber. That's Jay Coper right there. Longtime TMR sub, Jay Coper. You can tell that's Mr. Cab. There's Dragon Dark in the background hanging out. There's Supersonic. There's just people everywhere, man. Like it's surprisingly dense with how many people are in these practice rooms. There's Dexter, Sinister One. I got a picture with him. Sinister's like super friendly, really nice guy, like totally cool. It's crazy like how few these people have. None of them have like egos or anything, Like Dexter, like he talked to me for a long time, like he was just a really nice guy. So here's TMR. We finally got TMR on the mashing machine, but I've got a video of this. I'll show you in a second. He was more interested in like just trying to get a good score than actually figuring out like how to be a better masher. He was doing like a strat where he's like strumming it like a guitar here. Yeah, Sinister came down. I mean, Sinister's he's probably like, he probably gets to write it off as a business expense now because he works for Twitch. Like he's like the speed running guy for Twitch, so he probably comes here as for business really more than anything. I saw him on obviously I was only there the 2 days, but I saw him there both days. I think he took off Friday night. Now, this is the most top net picture. I had to take this picture. Super top nep. I mean, if you want to be nep, you cannot be more top nep than this. Clearly got something in his pocket, shirt tucked in, top net hat. Dude rocks it, man. The top is nep. And later later on, he was walking around. He's just like eating a salad out of this enormous plastic bowl. He's just walking around, eating his salad, walking around the practice room with his hat on and stuff. It was so freaking funny to me. There's Lanks working on his mashing. There's Gus. So here's James Chen. So right after they were doing that mashing thing, So it's earlier the day before or something. Dwango was asking me and TMR. He was like, "Hey, do you know anybody who plays the game Gradius? Does anyone know Gradius?" He's like, "Because I've never played it. I don't know anything about it. I need someone to talk about it." And we were like, "Well, Toad, Toad speedruns it. Toad knows the game really well, so he'd be good to do it." You probably saw his name in the credits in the task block. And so, and then and then Toad got sick, so he wasn't feeling well, and I didn't know that at the time. And TMR just said something like, "Oh, I'm going to go talk to the task block guys." And so I was like, "Oh, hey, can I come with you? I'd like to go with you," because he had told me, Dwango told me they were set up in like the private practice room off to the side. So I wanted to see their setup, and I hadn't gone over there yet. So I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to go with you because I just want to say hi if you're going over there." And I didn't know why TMR was going over there. I thought he was just going to say hi too. So I was like, "Okay, I'll go with you." So I walk in the room, and there's like 15 people all crowded around. They're all talking about stuff, and I don't really understand what's going on. They're all just talking about stuff and being kind of animated. And then like after like a minute, I'm like, oh, they're rehearsing for tomorrow. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I'll just stand back here and chill out for a second. So I took a picture of James Chin. I took a picture like of everybody talking here, like pointing at what they're gonna do. And immediately I got admonished. She's like, no, no pictures, no pictures. So like I was like, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. So I put my camera away. My phone away was what it was. And they're talking about what they're going to do. So I'm just like, hey, I'm getting an inside preview of what's going to happen tomorrow. This is kind of fun. And I'm staying out of the way, really. I'm not talking to anybody or doing anything. And I'm just listening to what they're going to do. And like, it gave me a real appreciation for all that was involved with that presentation because uh, they had to kind of arrange all of those. They were switching between games so quickly. They had to like arrange like, all right, we're going to switch from this console to that console to that console in that order. And this is the audio you need to use. This is the layout you need to use. We need to like have the reveal at the end. You need to have a layout that looks like this. So they had to arrange all of that completely, like they're streaming 24 hours a day, right? So they can't like, I don't know how they did it, but they figured it all out. So I'm standing there watching them discuss all this, just kind of impressed and staying out of the way. And then kind of out of nowhere, the producer of the segment just kind of stops for a second, just like, okay, we've got a lot of people in this room right now. Is there anyone here who is not a part of Task Block? And I just kind of stand there for a second. I kind of meekly raise my hand, like, I'm not. And like I was the only one in the room, who was who raised their hand. And he just kind of like he was a weird uptight guy. He like put his hands on my shoulders and was like, "I'm sorry, but you need to leave." And so I was like, "Oh, okay." And like I looked over, like Dwango's like sitting down, so he probably didn't even know I was in the room. And he like looks over and sees me, and he's like, no, it's okay. He's fine. He can stay. He can stay." And the guy like gave him a look or something. So then like Dwango had to explain like why he thought it was okay that I stay or something. It was like super embarrassing. But Dwango like stood up for me and let me stay, which is kind of funny. I don't know if like I think he wanted to kick me out just because like he did thought there was too many people and like maybe I don't know, or maybe he thought I would spoil some. I don't know why he wanted to kick me out. It was just one person. I don't know. He seemed like kind of an uptight guy, but he probably have to be to have that position. So anyway, it was pretty funny ultimately, but yeah, it was embarrassing too. So there's but yeah, so I mean they probably should kick me out because see I knew that TMR was going to be a part of the block and I told you guys that he was. So you guys got insider scoop that TMR was going to be in that block straight from an inside source. It's like one of like 20 people who probably even knew what they were going to do for task block. I kind of gave you that information. You're welcome. So there's Andrew G, Big John warming up for their two-player, one controller. They seem to like I guess they kind of knew it was coming, but I don't know if they practiced before, maybe the night before. But they were practicing. They're kind of rehearsing a little bit what they were going to talk about just barely, but they were just having fun with it, goofing off. Took a picture up here. So this is when so I came back the next morning like super early. I woke up at like 5:30 to come back because I wanted to make it in time for Garritus's run, and he was like they were running like way ahead of schedule. So when I got in there, like the 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 run prior to his, there was like nobody in there. I didn't recognize a single person. Garritus wasn't there. I couldn't see anybody. Didn't know what was going on. And like even the run ended and Garritus still wasn't in there. So I was like, what the hell's going on? And then so finally Garritus shows up and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he was like super scattered and looking around, like trying to figure out what was going on. And he uh he said that Figbird was supposed to do commentary for him. He couldn't find Figbird anywhere. And I guess a lot of the guys had gone out the night before and gotten had partied a little too hard and stuff. And plus it was ahead of schedule, right? So everybody was asleep and not there. So he was like, hey, you can come sit on the couch, by the way. I was like, oh, sure. I'll just keep you company. He was mostly where he had lost his voice earlier in the week. So I think he was a little worried about his voice and being able to speak clearly and everything, but he sounded fine to me. So he got up there and he was still kind of looking around, and the people behind him, behind the other couch, were kind of like you need somebody to commentate, and he's like, yeah, Figure's missing, and Whitman Price was just like, I mean, he's like, I kind of know the game. I guess I can help you out. And he's like, come on up here. So Whitman Price was like a very last second thing to come up there, and like he totally, hey, what's up, Worms? Thank you for the follow. So yeah, it was really cool of him to come up and do commentary on the fly like that. He was pretty comfortable with it. I thought Garrett's run went really well too. So like he missed like one or two really minor skips and he didn't die. So I thought it was really good. And I got to sit on the couch, so that was fun. It was a spoiler, mostly useful. Don't ruin my story. Just kidding. So this is TMR getting ready for his run. It's Rich and Garretus. This is for Darkwing Duck. This is breakfast after that. There's Yells Reeks. That's Chester's brother. He did River City Ransom and Moon Crystal, I think was the name of it. Some kind of sword game and stuff. There's Garrus, Angry Lanks. This is Nest Cardinality right here. He's like he's one of the most chill streamers. Like I talked to him later on and he was just such a nice guy. He's such an interesting guy. He's the one with the Dragon Warrior world record now, and his plan is to speed run every NES game, which is totally crazy. Like as in like get a really good time on every NES game, which is pretty awesome. Magic Sword, yeah, I knew something. It was a race, I think. Anyway, it's just us having some breakfast. Oh, this is the Saturday breakfast too. Everyone likes to tell you more than I because I didn't need it, but they had like all the food was like left over from the day before and stuff. So, like Tiamark was like trying to cut through his biscuit. He couldn't get through it. He's like, I'm like starting a fire, man, with like I'm like rubbing two sticks together. And Angry Lanks is trying to cut his hash brown with his fork, and the hash brown's just like flexing, like it's just bending. He can't cut through it. It's just like a puck. It's pretty awful breakfast. TMR was really offended. He's like, we should complain, man. We should complain. So we came back to the practice room. This is Some West. Some West is a Super Mario Brothers runner who's like he's really skilled, like he's really good, and he was one of the he's one of the only people with a 457 uh, time in the world. So he's like one of the top Super Mario Brothers runners. He said he's been on 456 pace a couple times, but he's hasn't completed the run yet. But he's failed an 8.4 or whatever you say. The hotel was amazing, and the food in general I thought looked really good. It was just that Saturday, I guess, because I guess they're probably just used to like no one's there on the weekends, so they just serve leftover crap. I don't know. It was really bad compared to the day before, though. So anyway, TMR saw him doing flagpole glitch and was like, "Hey, can you show me how to do flagpole glitch?" So they worked on flagpole glitch for a while, and TMR got TMR was able to do flagpole glitch, and I got it on video. So like when I got there, Timar was like, I haven't taken a single picture. So I was like, well, give me your camera. I'm going to take pictures for you. So he should have some pictures. Hopefully he shows them on stream. I took a lot of pictures with his camera, but he was getting really close to getting the flagpole glitch. And I knew he was going to get it. So I pulled out his camcorder and recorded it. So hopefully he shows it off. I'm sure McDuck would really like to see the video of his first successful flagpole glitch. So they are working on it. Andrew G, watching, waiting. Angry Lanks went to sleep, so Mr. K saw TMR playing Mario Brothers and was like, "This will not stand. You need to be playing Contra. Let's go play Contra." So they got Contra out and started playing Contra. I met I don't think I got a picture with him, but I met Zallard one as well. Zallard's like super sweet guy. Like he was just really cool guy. Like he was really nice, pleasant dude. So he said he's taking a break from streaming right now. I hope he starts streaming again because I'm gonna definitely check it out. He's a really nice guy. He was working really hard on getting the mashing record. Some guy got 17 mashes a second, which is totally nuts. Yeah, I recommend if you can come to a GDQ event, like it's really great. Like I had a really great time. Had to take this picture. So there's Mr. K with TMR doing their thing. There's Mr. K's wife, Mrs. K. There's Felly. This right here is Flipsider's cousin right there. Felly. Looks like he's wearing a Purdue shirt. I didn't, if he was, I didn't even notice that. I should have talked to him about that. I, I mean, let's be honest. I took the picture because Greensy was sitting there with his top net hat. I cannot lie. That's why I took that picture. It's Big John. I sat down next to Big John for a while. He was just screwing around playing All Stars and talking to him about the old days and stuff. And he was chatting my ear off about the old races that him and TMR would do and stuff. If you didn't see the radio, he was singing the raffle song during the two players, one controller. That was pretty great. And while I was talking to him, seemed like a middle-aged Southern guy came in with his wife and was talking to him and was like clearly like a huge Big John fan for like a long period of time and stuff. And it was cool to see like that's like the type of people maybe that watch some streamers that you don't even realize it because he's like, oh, I don't really chat much anymore because there's so many people in there. But he was telling him stories about like how much influence like his sayings and stuff have had on their family and things. Like he's like a middle-aged, like older guy. It was pretty fun to see. Andrew G took the picture. He couldn't figure out how to use my phone, so he took he took a bunch of pictures. Pixel perfect picture. There's TMR and that's cool kid. They were doing a Adventure Island race right before I took off to go get some food or something. I can't remember what I did, but I left here in a second. I think right here. I think this is Nest Kamikaze right here. He's donated some carts to TMR for part of the collection. So this is the two-player, one controller. You guys saw where I was sitting, so this is where I was sitting. Darbian, Cosmic. Cosmic is so tiny. Like he's just the tiniest little guy. He's super quiet and cool though. And their friends, one of their friends, Jeff. Jeff was a really nice guy. He's one of the mods in Darbian's channel, and he found out that I was vegan, and Jeff is vegan too. So he was like checking in with me all week, like when I was gonna get there. And he's like, I want to take you out to get pizza. Like we got to go to this place and get pizza. Um, and then when I got there, he's like, "Oh, Aaron, I've got a present for you." And like he like gave me some vegan jerky that he'd wrapped up in like Christmas wrapping paper. He's just like the nicest guy in the world. And we went out and got pizza like the next night, and everybody had gotten sick. So like the only people who went were him and me. And they were so slow with our pizza, and then we had forgotten to tell them to make it vegan, so they brought us a pizza with cheese all over it, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and it was like 5 minutes till they closed. We're like, "Oh my God, they're gonna kill us." Worms, you're vegan? No way, man. You're like the third vegan on Twitch. It's amazing. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'll vegan out with you, man. We'll vegan bro out. Yeah, I've been vegan like 18 years or so, I guess. It's been a long time. No problem, Bruce. I'm actually right at the end. I've got like a couple videos here, but I'm right at the end. But I'm cool. It's cool if you want to go ahead and hit the hay. You'll just have a couple minutes to catch up on. Argus is vegan? You sure about that? I don't buy it. Well, you might be a lot younger than me, Worms. Time will add to those years. Don't worry about it. This is TaskBot where they're setting up for the TaskBot segment. You can see TMR sitting up there getting ready to run. Do his voice, his storyteller voice. This is so this is what after that we went out to eat dinner. So there's Apollo right there. You guys know what Apollo looks like now. Sitting at the table. There's Lanks. This is Apollo's friend who gave him a ride. There's Triwave right there. Mr. Website. That's his fiance. They're engaged now. Just got engaged like a week ago. TMR. It's me. And while we were sitting here, so this place is called like Mighty Khan's Mongolian Grill. And while we're sitting there eating and stuff, and Dickus Khan comes up. Like Dickus Khan's been like a sub since day one for TMR. He was the guy. He was also in the Nintendo Switch announcement video, like the original commercial that they showed. He was in it. And, like his name is based on Genghis Khan, so it's pretty funny that they were in like a place called Mighty Khan, and Dickus Khan was in there. Like he must go there every day or something. But it's pretty funny to meet him. Anyway, so that's the last picture that I'm allowed to show you right now. There's some other stuff, but I'm not allowed to show you yet. I'll let TMR do the honors of the other things that you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can figure out how to pull up a video. I've got just a couple really short videos. There's nothing. It's not very exciting or anything, so don't get too excited. But let's see if I can figure out how to show this. Wow, that's going to be really loud. Let me turn that down. All right. To figure out how to window capture this. Bear with the amateur. No, don't resize it when I press play. That doesn't help with anything. Oh, this is going to be such a pain in the butt to do properly. Anyway, okay, so let me window capture this. Window capture. Okay, there we go. We'll leave it small. Why not? So this is just TMR and Darbian playing Mario Brothers. The TMR's confused because he doesn't realize it's supposed to be it's co-op, and of course Darbian's not playing it co-op. He's trying to just kick TMR around. I don't know who's that guy yelling in the background. We'll skip that one because that one wasn't as interesting. So this is the big one. Let's see. Is that like totally blown up on the screen, or can you see it? I'm gonna resize it for myself. It's just too big. Oh yeah, it's resizing it as I resize it. Perfect. This is so easy. Oh my gosh, what a mess. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna play this like this. So they're on. I pulled out. I started recording because I knew that they're on world record pace right here.
Come on. Come on.
So there's 9:53 world record.
Yes. What's the magic words, man?
The magic words. World fucking record.
So you can see like the camera's just sitting on a Chick-fil-A box on a chair recording. So that's going to be the video that's going to be on speedrun.com right there is like the camcorder aimed at the TV. But he picks up the like once the credits end or whatever, he picks up the camcorder and aims it at everybody. It's going to be a pretty funny thing that's going to be the world record video on the thing. So this is the God, it's so freaking big. I can only imagine what OBS is doing right now. Good enough. So this is TMR doing the mashing things. Yeah, he's like strumming it like a guitar. He's doing a battle mode against that guy. So he just won. Here's Top Nep up in the corner. Yeah, we'll watch that one again. That one's funny.
You gotta do that in Contra now.
All right, close that. All right, that's really everything. Yeah, Tagus, that was from AGDQ, man. I just went through all the pictures. You just missed it. You should watch the VOD though. I went through all the stuff and showed some videos and stuff. Here, hold on. I'll blow through these real fast and I'll show you the ones that you're really going to care about. But if you want stories, you're going to have to watch the VOD though, okay? Let's see if this will there we go. He was like, TMR, like he wasn't upset really. He was just frustrated that it happened again. He's like, man, it seems like the same stuff, man, same stuff, just like Nintendo World Championships, But he had kind of blown it off, like he didn't seem to care very much. Like it was a bummer. I finally watched the video and it was ironic that he was wearing his banana shirt, like playing that Congo beat drum thing or whatever. But stuff just rolls off him. Like he's frustrated about like the game part of it, but like the fact that it's part of an event or people are watching him or anything like that, like I don't think he could have cared any less about that aspect of it. He was just frustrated about the game itself. I mean, it really sucked that happened, but what can you do? Especially since like Adventure Island was the last game, like that would have been fun for him to make it that far to do Adventure Island. He was actually rooming with that Andy guy who won. Yes, the practice room tag us. All right, I'm gonna actually you could see PJ right there in the background there. I'm gonna get to the Mario stuff. There's Infinite Mystery, Greensy Saber, practice room. I mean the streaming room. There's Darby right there. It took me like an hour to find anybody, but I found him right then. There's Toad. There's Darbian. TMR playing some Mario Bros. Yeah, I feel like he would like. I don't know that he would have won Adventure Island or anything. He's obviously very good at Adventure Island, but Andy is also like really great at tons of platformers as well. So it would have been tough. And even the Wii thing, like he's I don't know if TMR's ever played a Wii, right? So who knows if he would have beat that game. But there's Linkums. I don't know if you know Linkums, but he's a nice guy. There's Lack Attack. You know Lack Attack. Scaratus and Indy. It's right before the DuckTales race. I give a bunch of stories about this if you watch the VOD, so that's why I'm skipping over it a little bit. But there's us getting ready for that race. Yeah, Andy doesn't make any sense how he's so good at games. Like it makes no sense how he can be that good at like all the games that it's just weird. This is them getting ready for the race. Let's get to the stuff you care about. Let's see. There's Dwango with the Taskbot playing Contra with TMR. There you go. You'll like this picture. Andrew G was freaking cool Tagus. He was a really nice guy, like super awesome dude. I think he can get along with anybody. He's telling me stories and stuff. He's just a really nice guy. There's Blecky. There's that retro game shop. I went there with them, with Andrew G and Darby. There's some Super Mario runners. So yeah, there's Darby and drive me around Tagus. I couldn't pass it up. I was like, Darby's gonna give me a ride somewhere. Let's do it. Some more practice room stuff. Top net. Sinister One and Dexter. Some TMR mashing. Top Nep. Some Angry Lanks. There's James. This is the task bot when they were prepping. I was telling the story about getting almost kicked out of there. There's Andrew G and Big John. Hopefully you saw this. You watched this live, Tagus, when they were doing the two people one controller thing, because it was really funny. And right before the run started, this dude sat down next to me, and I was talking to him because I talked to him the day before because he was talking to TMR, and he's like he works for Nintendo in their Treehouse division, and like he was talking to me about how he helped pick people for Nintendo World Championships, and that's part of the reason that TMR got to go. Like he suggested TMR, and he was trying to figure out how Nintendo can promote what TMR's doing and stuff. Is really cool. Like he's a really nice guy. He's really into it, like which is really great. Why shouldn't he be? It's just the Darkwing Duck stuff, some breakfast. Let's see. So here you go. This is something you'll care about. So there's some Wes. So he's got the 457.8 Super Mario Brothers time. He was teaching TMR how to do flagpole glitch. So I asked some Wes. I was like, so how long have you been running Super Mario Brothers? How much long have you been playing? And he's like, 1 year. I was like, 1 year. I was like, how? And he's like, yeah, I learned it in the 12-hour challenge. He's like, I did the 12-hour challenge, and I was like, oh, what was your PB when you did the 12-hour challenge? He's like, oh, a 5:03. It was like a 5:03 after playing it for 12 hours. Like that dude has some sick skill. Like I walked up on, like I knew it was him because I walked in the room and like he's practicing the flagpole glitch and he's just nailing it like every single time, just nailing it over and over and over and over again. I was like, well, there's only like 4 people in the world that can do that, and I would recognize 3 of them, so this must be some West. And so anyway, but TMR got the flagpole glitch. I got it on video on TMR's camcorder, so hopefully he shows that off on stream. There's Andrew 1G watching them do it. Doing some contra stuff. Top net. There's Big John. Andrew G taking terrible pictures. Good boy. There's the 2-player one controller. This is where I was sitting. That's cool. Yeah, I was sitting there talking to some West, so I followed him immediately while I was talking to him and commenting on his thing. And when I got home, and he followed me back. So maybe he's watching now. Some West, nice to meet you, buddy. And Taskbot segment, and then we went out to eat some dinner and stuff. And yeah, man, I had a great time. It was like a ton of fun. Like I highly recommend going to one if you get a chance, especially if there's going to be streamers there and stuff. Like they're all so accessible. So if there's people there you want to like meet or something, like absolutely go. It's totally worth it. And even if like I only went for 2 days, like 2 days, and then like the few hours on one other day, and I was exhausted. Like it was just like like I didn't do anything. Like I didn't feel like I didn't have time to play games. There's so many things you can do when you're there. If I was there the whole week, I probably would have taken a better advantage of it. But just being there 2 days, I just wanted to like hang out with people, and I didn't really want to just sit around and play games by myself or something. But there's arcades and tournaments and things. There's so much stuff you could do if you were there for a while. So being that you're relatively close to it, I would definitely recommend next day AGDQ to go check it out because it's pretty fun. There's some other pictures, but I am not going to show them because it has some spoilers in it of stuff you'll see on TMR stream. There's your that's your hype. your hype suggestion there. Let's see, yeah, I don't think you'll care about these videos, so I'm not gonna show those. But anyway, so that is my AGDQ experience. I don't think I have much more to say about that other than it was really fun. I had a good time. And everyone should do it. That's Apollo right there. You might know Apollo. ET, we watch as Darbian. And TMR, obviously. TMR is home. He got back a while, like I mean earlier today or whatever, so he's home. I he might stream tomorrow. I don't know, but I can only imagine because like he broke his phone. Hey, no problem, it's Spider Bite. I'm sure some of those carts that I brought to him were from you, so um, you know, thanks for your donations and stuff, man. It was really cool. I treated them with as much care as possible, and I made sure I got it to him. And he said that they all got back to with him, so he carried them on the plane and everything. So he definitely got them, and there's hardly any left. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, it was a good time. I don't remember what I was saying, but let's see. Let's go back here. See, what can I switch to? There we go. Close that. It's weird that the screen is bouncing. I guess that's from the interlacing. How many carts did he take home from AGDQ? I brought him probably 25 carts. Like I think I got about, I don't actually know, I didn't count, but I probably got about 16 or 20 from More Than the Weekend. That he had been shipped from. Some of those he bought, some of those 8-Bit Spider Bite bought, some of those TMR bought and shipped to him. So he all the ones that he had at that point he shipped to me, and then I got a couple more from the marathon. So TMR shipped a couple of those games to me. And one of them was from a viewer, Chris 312 whatever. He sent Fire and Ice to him, so I brought that, and I brought and whoever was going to give him MC Kids kind of never came through with it, so I gave him my MC Kids copy. I thought it'd be kind of funny to give him, like, I have MC Kids. I've never really played it. I kind of wanted to keep it, but I got it for free. I was like, TMR needs it, and it's called MC Kids, and I'm MC Aaron. I was like, it would be funny for me to be the one who donated this cart. So I was like, I should just give him this cart. I can always buy another one for $20. Like, who cares? Yeah, he sent like half of them went to me and half of them went to More Than a Weekend. It just depended on when they said they would ship them by. So the ones that he ordered the first day went to me, and the ones after that went to More Than a Weekend. I think he got like 5 or 6 carts so far. Like he got several, I think. Stole your bit? What do you mean? Yeah. And man, I was so tired. Like last night, I was so tired. Like I drove back from AGQ. It's like a 9-hour drive. I got home and I put my laptop on my lap to watch the game like at 8 o'clock, the football game, and I fell asleep with the laptop on my lap. I watched like 1 minute of the game, and then like I woke up and the game was over. I slept for 3 hours on the couch. I was so tired. Oh yeah, I was talking about oh yeah, you sent him Shingen. That makes, yeah, I get it. Yeah, man, you gotta fit with your name. I mean, if someone's gonna send him Shingen, it might as well be you, right? I remember I was talking about, yeah, TMR broke his phone. Like it was so freaking confusing. Like he broke his phone like a few days before he left, so he didn't have a phone, which meant he didn't have any like access to anything, any way to contact him. All of his stuff has two-factor authentication, so he couldn't log into anything. All of his passwords were on his computer, like a password manager thing. So he didn't have passwords. So like he just was completely like cut off from the world, and he had no way to no way to check anything or talk to. So I can only imagine, like, so he may stream tomorrow, but he has so much stuff to catch up on that I don't know. He may not, because I can only imagine how many freaking emails he has and stuff. All right, so that's my AGDQ story time. I don't know if, I mean, if you have any questions about it, let me know, but those are all the things. So yeah, you'll want to check the VOD tag. I told some funny stories. So, I mean, I was really engaging. It was a really, really good time. You'll be really impressed. I got multiple followers because of how great my stories were. It was really great. Let me update this. Yeah, somehow I hit 100 followers while doing this stream, so it doesn't make any sense, but I do thank you guys for the follows. It's really kind. So I'm going to play as Gitaroo Man for another few minutes. If anybody wants to hang out and watch me play some Gitaroo Man, if you weren't here before I started it, this is a PlayStation 2 game that is very, 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 very Japanese. But it's kind of like a precursor to Guitar Hero or something. It's a music game. It's like a Parappa the Rapper, but with guitars in a way. This is a less of a rock song than the others. But it's kind of like a. I remember this one being kind of hard actually. Yes, I played SSX. I thought SSX was awesome. I didn't have a PS2 until really, really late. I had moved, like when I was in college, one of my friends got the PS2 because it just come out, and he got SSX, so I played that with him, and then, you know, everybody had a PS2, so I just played theirs, like, and then when I left, you know, I was done with college and moved away, and then like, what was the San Andreas came out. I was like, oh, I don't know anyone with a PS2 anymore. I have to get one myself. So I bought one from a coworker for like 20 bucks and picked up San Andreas. And so I got one really late. So this is one of my only PS2 games. And I just bought it because I thought it would be kind of a funny game. Actually, I bought this before I had a PS2, now that I think about it, because I played it on my roommate's PS2. I mean, back in the day, I thought I was good at games like this, but thanks to things like Twitch and YouTube, I know that I'm just incredibly mediocre. When you see these, like, just, it's sort of like Tetris. Like, I used to think I was good at Tetris, and then AGDQ happened, and I realized that I'm just a total loser when it comes to Tetris. I mean, I gotta step up my game here. All these beats are like off beat, so it's really hard to stick to them. Yeah, I played a lot of GTA 3 with my friends. I mean, when that game came out, it was just like GTA 3 was mind-blowing. You're just like, you could do whatever you want. Like, you didn't even care about the story missions. You're like, look, you can just drive around. Yeah! This part here is like, so this is when you're doing defense and damage. So like when these button presses pop up, I'm blocking. And this part here, I'm attacking. At the very beginning, I was charging my life bar. So you kind of have like a charge and then a battle. So this is the battle part. So he's attacking me right now and I'm blocking it. Makes total sense. I'm attacking him. Oops, I didn't see that one. I'm getting behind on chat because my life bar is not doing so hot. And this is my least favorite song in this game, so I don't want to have to do it again. As long as I can survive, I've won. Oh my gosh, this gets... Oh no! Alright, this is it, the final. I gotta survive. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Oh shoot, I'm almost dead. Come on. No! 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 Please tell me I still passed. Wow, I can't believe they let me win there.
You win.
I can't believe they let me through with that. Oh yeah, I remember that plane now. Yeah, I've played around with that a little bit. I only played it over at my friend's house for GTA 3, so I don't have a lot of experience on it. Same with Vice City. I just mostly watched my friend play that one, but the San Andreas I played quite a bit, and then GTA 4 I got almost all the achievements, all the reasonable achievements I got. I think there's just like 5 that I didn't get because they were just too dumb to bother with. They required like online stuff that was just kind of silly. The story's too weird to bother. So now I think now I go into a submarine maybe. Yeah, I like working out, make myself my guy like really fat and stuff. San Andreas. I mean, most games I would just play them till I beat them and just kind of move on. I know a lot of people would like take games like that and just play them for thousands of hours and find all this cool stuff to do, but just too many games, man. Plus, by that point, I was in the working world, so. Oh, you can like over tap here without screwing yourself, which is nice. Wow, and I can't figure out this rhythm at all. I think all you do in this section is just block too. I'm gonna have to do this one again. Oh my gosh. I'm in trouble now. Oh, is that it? Oh, jeez. Hey, see you later, Tigus.
You made it.
Multiplayer. Actually, you were playing online then to do multiplayer, I guess. Like, I mean, online. Like on a PC, I mean. I just played everything on the PS2. Played so few games on the PC. I think all the stuff's in this dude's head. I don't remember the exact story, but it must be. It doesn't make any sense. Like he's being pulled into this out. He's riding on UFOs and submarine sharks. It's more of a funky song. Whoa! And these little dudes follow you around everywhere. I think they're like your background players or something. I think I remember this song is freaking long as hell, so I hope I want to get through it because the ones after this are much better. It's the reggae song. Oh, jeez. When you miss that one, this is how you charge your life at this point. So like, I'm totally screwed up. Hold on, let's just start at the beginning and do it right. Like the first phase is you charging up your life. So if you don't do well on this, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay, this intro is really long. Ah! Freaking terrible. It's alright, we'll just roll with it. We'll just nail the rest of it. Dang it. I suck at this.
Look over there!
Missed the first note. Man, it's so freaking picky. This is on normal difficulty too. Why is it so picky? It like has a stickiness to it, so it kind of keeps you on track, but because it has that stickiness, you don't really know like if you're right on it or if you're kind of off a little bit, so you could be it just makes it really hard to like adjust for where you're pointing, because it just always it shows that you're on it until you're not. So right there, I don't know what the hell happened there. How many of those charges have I even hit? Like none. $51. Holy cow, maybe I should sell it to you, Mr. Leo. I swear I got this for really cheap. I wouldn't have paid $51 for it. Hey, I finally hit one. I don't know how new of a release it was, but yeah, it was probably, I mean, it was a PS2 game, so it had to have been within a certain window, right? And I got it before, it had to have been a relatively new release. Like the PS2, it couldn't have been more than 2 years old, just based on how long the PS2 had been out. Like I got it in, probably got it in like 2002, probably 2002, 2001. It's so ridiculous. Give me a break. Seems like there could be a different kind of controller to use for this too. Yeah. I don't think you can run a rhythm game at a GDQ event unless you can find some nice skips in it.
You win.
Everyone would have the same world record, depending how fast you can go through the menus. I remember that song is really brutal, and time has proven me correct. Is this the love song? This might be the honey song. Hey Tool, what's up? There's a love song in this. Yeah, this is the love song. Gotta get the girl with this one. See, she's got like a health bar, but like you're battling like her heart right now. You're slowly winning her over. We gotta get TMR to cover this song. For all the ladies. Oh, look. I got her. I've got her now. I know it's me, but I question the controller every time it messes up. Oh, shoot.
Excellent.
What's up, Tool? Thanks for the follow. This was supposed to be a 96 follower special, and you guys ruined it. It just blew through the 96 followers. It wouldn't work, Mr. Leo.
Oh, yeah.
She'd much rather I just vacuum something. See, it's good enough. Good enough for the ladies. It would be interesting to get really good at this game. It's kind of weird because like if you're pressing like all the way to the edge with the analog stick, it's hard to like know how much you're supposed to move it. I don't know. I feel like there could be a better control for it somehow. Yeah, we don't care about story right now. Oh yeah, this one's really fast paced. He's playing a love song for a girl, and now he's fighting skeletons. This is based on a true story. An autobiography.
What am I supposed to do, Puma? Just dodge, you won. Keep dodging.
I should ask Nintendo if he has this game. He's got such a sick collection. I wonder if he has this. Maybe I have a game that he doesn't. This song's really fun to play. This is like actual like a beat that makes sense in my head.
Whoa, Puma! Help, Puma! Just pathetic. You won.
I'm in trouble now. Hopefully I survive here. Alright, my Robo-Dog. Give me that guitar, let's do it. Yeah, I'm glad I got to make it out. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. Leo. This electric guitar sounds like an acoustic guitar now.
Just in time.
It's like turned into a stomp concert. hard to transition there.
Go for their weak spots.
The weak spots!
Weak spots. Their weak spots are, I forget.
Nice. Easy peasy.
You won. I'm sorry I worried you. Puma. But hey, you did pretty well all by yourself, didn't you? Yeah, I did.
You win.
I'll take it. I don't know why replay is the default when you pass, but alright, I think this is one of my favorite songs here. This is when they get really hard.
Puma, this guy gives me the creep. Pull yourself together. Believe in yourself. You won. Take the offensive. Roger.
Those kids might give someone nightmares.
Beauty is a sin. Oh, God.
All of a sudden it sounds like the Doors. Oh, come on. Success.
You win.
I just don't think I could get good enough to do this on hard mode. Like it's too,
Hmm.
the
Gitaroo
controls
man,
just, they're just too tough. Now this song, I don't know if I remember at all. I haven't played this game in like 10 years, so probably longer actually. I'm having to go against Kira. Oh my gosh. Oh no. What's up, Ify? Yeah, I don't remember this song at all. You have to go back to my and look at the VOD for this to see all my AGDQ pictures and stories and stuff. But I'll probably upload them here in a minute and put them, just link the album. But they won't have, the pictures won't have a lot of context, but yeah, I got home yesterday, so it's a long drive, but it's super easy. There was just drove and drove and drove until I finally got back. So freaking tired from both Friday and Saturday. There were runs at like 7 a.m. that I wanted to see, so I had to wake up at like 5:30 and get out the door to make it. And then of course I didn't want to go home very early, so I was getting in late.
Stand up, Gitaroo man. Why won't you fight?
I can't.
I can't fight you.
Attack her, or she'll finish you.
Get up, Gitaroo man! Get up, get up, get up!
You won. Stand up. I can't fight Kira. I just can't.
Gitaroo man, stand up, fight.
Gitaroo man.
I won't fight you, Kira.
Wow, this is just like the end of Return of the Jedi. I will not fight you. For anyone who wasn't here earlier, this is the love song he played her earlier, so it's a little bit of a reprieve to the previous song, and Just gonna jam her heart until it melts. As long as he doesn't miss too many notes. You're ruining the song, you won. Come on.
Oh, yes, yes. This is the sound, that glorious sound. We've forgotten the sound for so long.
Now she's gonna join in with me. Gonna make that sweet music together. Oh, now look. Now they're duetting. It's working. It's working. We jammed her heart. Now we're just spreading it on the bread. Hey, Flipsider, what's up, man? I'm playing Gitaroo, man. I wanted to show you this game. Glad you made it. Getting near the end here, is one of the later songs, but you'll get the gist of it.
Gitaroo Man, catch!
We did it! Woohoo!
You are the
Yeah, Mr. Leo was getting into it. He said he might pick it up. He said it's like $50 though. Like, I swear I got it for maybe 20. B is for booyah. So I already showed off all my pictures and stuff, Flipsider, but you can check the VOD if you want to see my stories and everything. Showing everything off.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Gitaroo Man, I think your sound made me wake up to reality. Thank you.
You're thanking me, Kira?
Yeah, someone recommended Space Channel 5 based off something like this. I don't remember, but I did pick it up but I never got into it. I played it for a little, I didn't get very far. I mean, like 2 songs in. It didn't really stick to me. But I do like that kind of stuff, I would think, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. But I really like this one. I think this one's because I kind of like the guitar thing. This song is awesome. This is like really fun. I think, is the final battle. Because obviously it is, because we're mechas now. I gotta take down this Zoe, the douchebag, so I can get the girl. Does your Flipsider, does your cousin Felly does he have any association with Purdue? I was looking at my pictures and he was in one of my pictures. I noticed he's wearing a Purdue thing and I didn't notice that at the time, or maybe he wasn't. And it just looks like it in the picture. Oh my gosh. So I remember this song now, like you have to nail all these charged parts to get your health back, and then you just try to survive the rest of it. Purdue's only a couple hours away from you, Flipsider. I would think you know how to spell it, but you're spelling it like the chicken. Maybe you prefer the chicken to the university. Just giving you a hard time. I mean, how dare you disrespect my alma mater? Your dad went to Purdue. That's fun. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? I was just showing off. I showed off all my pictures and stuff from AGDQ and was telling stories. I mentioned that we went to the the pizza place and forgot to tell them not to make it vegan, so they had to make us a new pizza right before they closed. Worked out though. I brought that pizza all the way back to Kentucky and ate it for dinner that night. It was good, even as a leftover. Sorry, I'm really concentrating here. Got a Gundam. It's over, Zoe! Final battle. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I think I did it.
The legendary Gitaroo.
No, we wanted the pizza vegan, but we weren't. At least I wasn't. I was just caught up in conversation and not really paying attention, and we never said anything. So, but in our fairness to us, they never asked. They didn't, because they're supposed to ask like what sauce and cheese you want on it and stuff, and they didn't ask. So we never said anything. So they brought out the pizza, and we're like, oh crap! And it was like near closing already, so we were like, oh shoot, they're gonna have to make us another pizza. I'm not sure if you can fail it once you reach battle mode. Like once you reach the final battle, I mean. I think even if you don't have any health left, I think it lets you pass, because surely I should have failed by then. Yeah, usually people look at me, Jeff, and they just think that anyway, so I don't know. I don't know what more I mean, I guess I could get skinnier or something. I don't know. Look a little more pale. I'm too tan. They call that guy clearly not vegan. I need to lift less weights. Cauliflower crust. Is it purely cauliflower? It must be like cauliflower in the crust, right? You can do weird stuff with cauliflower.
Really did it! Thank you, Gitaroo Man!
Thank you, Gitaroo Man. Oh, look, now she's sad. You were trying to kill me a minute ago, lady. It doesn't take much to turn impossible into possible. That's your dream calling. The heart has wings. I've taken the leap. It's your turn. Huh.
Hey, you
That's
are.
very strange.
Hi, Pico!
Did you go somewhere this summer you won?
Huh? Oh, well,
Hey, you won. Why don't you give it up? You're starting to get on my nerves. Come on,
I guess he like built confidence here. Let's see if he can master that confidence.
Wow.
Let's go, Pico!
Okay.
Wait, that's it? I've had like breaded cauliflower. It's like kind of like a buffalo wing, but it's made out of cauliflower. That's pretty good. So that guy built up all that confidence, and to get the girl, all he had to do, he just grabs her arm and runs off with her. I don't know if that's a good message. I mean, you guys have to tell me, but just, hey kids, just have some confidence. Just you like the girl, just grab her by the arm and make her run away with you. That's all it takes. It's the only song with lyrics. 21st, 21st century, boy. Koei! Oh no! Guys, this is a Koei game. I just beat a Koei game. I can't believe it. Oh, don't get me started, Jeff. Yeah, it is a Koei game. It's right on the freaking cover. It says Koei. This is the best Koei game ever made. We should find some other Koei games that aren't like traditional Koei games that I can beat, so I can like say, oh yeah, I beat 10 Koei games, and people will think I'm a maniac. And we could say that anyway, like how long have I been streaming? 2 hours, and 1 hour of that was showing AGDQ pictures, so I beat a Koei game in an hour. It's like no big deal. Yeah, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Was number 2 on SNES? Because number 2 was also on NES. It could have been on both. We can work it out, guys. Yeah, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms were, there's 2 of those on the NES, and Bandit Kings, Nobunaga 1 and 2. Just, oh boy. Oh boy. Who thought those were a good idea? Koei does Dynasty Warriors? See, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about who makes what. I wonder if there's something in options that I should have set better. Okay, good. It was on stereo that whole time. That would have been... So I guess you can put it on hard. And then you can also put it on master play. Like master play, I could only get through like one. I don't even know if I could get through the very first song. It was that hard. And the verses is kind of fun, but it's hard to find people who like to play it with you though. My friends didn't like playing it with me, so. You can go in the collection and I think you just look at little, it's just like, just look at the stickers. Pretty cool. Look at that. You just get, look at that, I got that. This is music. It's kind of, this reminds me of, this would be like on Pee-wee's Big Adventure or something. Like with that background and this music. Not Big Adventure, Pee-wee's Playhouse. The guitar though, the guitar kind of looks like Poverty Shark drew it. Kind of looks like Poverty Guitar. Poverty Gitaroo. If I come to Chicago, I'll bring it with me. I will come to Chicago, but I don't know if I have time. But depends where you're at in Chicago, but we'll play Gitaroo, man. If I'm ever in the same room with you, we will play Gitaroo, man. I mean, I just barely survived that game. I can only imagine. Here, we'll do one song. I'll show you how hard it is. I'll fail immediately.
I can't do this.
Since you just got here and you wanted to see it, Flipsider. Yeah, I needed it. I've got Space Channel 5. I could play through Space Channel 5 on stream or something. I just didn't really understand. Like, it didn't really, I don't know. Didn't grab me. I wasn't enjoying it. But I should still have it. I'm sure I still have it. Maybe throw that in someday. Give it a shot. Gotta be careful. Become a rhythm game stream. I'm not a very good rhythm gamer, so. I beat one of the Guitar Hero games on the highest difficulty. I tried to do that on Rock Band, I couldn't do it. There's the one song that I couldn't do. It was too long. So on the normal mode at this point in the game, like this is like practically a tutorial. So like the lines are just like left and right. Like there's no movement to them at all. So the fact that there's already movement like this in it is yeah, Green Grass and High Tide. See, Apollo knows what I'm talking about. That song was impossible. Like it had that crazy solo in it that I just couldn't do the solo, and like it didn't matter what I did, I couldn't get enough built up to survive the solo. I did every other song but that one. I practiced it a few times. I practiced the solo. I mean, I didn't put like a ton of effort into it, but every other song I could get like on the first or second try, so it was just really frustrating. Yeah, that may have been what got to me, Flipsiders. Like, it didn't have like a fun interaction to it. I downloaded the Parappa the Rapper See, look, I'm about to die. Demo for PS4,
Oh,
and it was man, it was just as hard as the PlayStation. Like I had the exact same problem as the PlayStation. Like everything I did, like it was never good enough, and they didn't have any mode to like calibrate for input lag or display lag or anything. Which doesn't make any sense to me. Like the just really low effort. Yeah, that song was just way too long, Apollo. It's so freaking long, and then you just get to that solo, and it's just like just garbage of like just notes everywhere. And I was trying to like play every other note maybe or something, but couldn't do it. Like I'm okay at those Guitar Hero games. I did pretty well. Like I was beating everything on the expert level. Not like getting A's on it or golds or whatever they were. 5 stars. Get 5 stars on the lower ones, but then it was just like when you get to like the last set or two of the songs, it's just like okay, just survive. It's going a little better this time. Much better this time. Ho! Like that pan PS. Is he wearing a diaper? Just not realize that. Just think about whoever made this, like what they were thinking. It's like, okay, now he's going to be riding a toy train. Boom. I nailed that one.
You win.
Whoa. 1% A! I got an A on master mode. Heck yeah, I did. See, look at that. When I played it, last time I played it in 2004, I got a B. So I just improved. I'll give this one shot because I just want to see how much harder it is. Some of these, it's like hard to imagine how they could be any harder. Because they're already hard, as it were. Okay, there's extra notes. More notes than there were before. That's how you can make it harder. Extra notes. Oh man, that's tough. Got it. Yeah, this song's one of the better songs for sure. Also, like, I didn't miss very many of those in the previous mode. It didn't hurt me that bad to miss. Whatever. Like, understanding like which ones are coming in first rather than the other ones, like that's like a really bad way to do it. It makes it really hard for me to picture it. And plus the screen's wider than it is tall, so it plays with your mind like which ones you're actually seeing first. It makes those things really tough to figure out what the actual rhythm is of those, because they're coming from different directions. If they're all coming up in one direction on the screen like most other games do, you could at least somewhat understand the timing they're trying to get you to hit. But anyway, we beat the game. We beat the game on normal, and that's as far as I ever got. I think I probably did that like once before and was just like, "Yep, screw that," and gave up. Much like I'm going to do right now. All right, let's see. Is there anybody we can host or anything? So I'm going to call it a night. Can't do like Darbian does. He's like, let's find someone with 0 viewers. We're going to make their night. I'm gonna host host Link777, who's doing he's working on the Taskmania, so he's trying to get a task for every Nintendo game. He doesn't plan on doing them all himself, but he's trying to get them all. And he's a really nice guy. And he's working on TNC Surf 2. And you can see what's going on with making tasks. It's a lot of fun. It's very monotonous, but it's pretty cool at the same time. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. If you missed some of the AGDQ stuff, please check the VOD so you can check that out. Koei Game Champ right here. Koei Game. I did it. I'm the best. All right, catch you guys later.